The training I want to share with you today is going to be focused on working interview. Think of it from a two-sided coin. This can be shared with an applicant coming into your program that's about to go into a working interview and really prep them for success. And most importantly, share this with your staff who are going to be participating in leading that working interview. So we always have new applicants perform a working interview as an extension of our face-to-face interview. This one is in the classroom, hands-on, as an extra, not counting as ratio or anything like that, so that our staff have the ability to evaluate, interact with, and coach a little bit, see what this applicant is all made of. So I hope you're using this in your program. We're using it in ours. Share it with everyone. Have a marvelous day. Here we go. Working interview, helping your preschool teachers go from the application process right into week 2, 3, 4, and beyond. So we'll get a little bit deeper as this goes. This should be a good one. Enjoy.
Biggest thing that could have helped me in the beginning was
they're gonna be like a little bit reserved.
then
Like
you kind of really need them to step in. You're
Yeah.
like, all right, it's been a couple hours.
Or it's like oh yeah. Okay, now that I liked. Okay, I love that.
My name's Sam. I've been here like for 4 years, and I work in preschool in Junction.
I'm Jenna. I have been here for 6 months in Fruta, and I'm in the school age pre-kindergarten class.
I'm Nellie. I've been here for 4.5 years, and I'm in the Fruit Early Preschool class.
I'm Shale. I am in the school age and preschool class, and I've been here for almost 6 years.
A big thing is that they don't just stand by you and you have to direct them to go do something. I think the first thing that's super important is that they automatically go towards the kids. They get down on their level. They also ask questions though too, like if there's a specific thing that you need help with. But yeah, for the most part, they're not just standing by you the whole time. They're doing global supervision. They're walking around the classroom and really interacting with the kids.
I think asking questions is super important.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen a lot of like interviews and kind of working interviews in the past where like I love seeing the initiative and jumping in, but like you definitely see kind of like that deer in the headlights. And so it's okay to ask questions, like as many questions as you need, because that's part of like getting used to the work environment, knowing routine is like asking and, you know, being in it. And so I think that's kind of like you said, taking initiative. And I feel like that makes a more comfortable environment. It's easier, to work with the kids and stuff like that when you're more open to like having someone in your room. And again, it's not just throwing them in like, hey, by the way, this is kind of what we do and that's it. It's like, oh, hey, I noticed you're doing this. Let me show you how to do this real quick, or, you know.
And to always remember we're not grilling you.
Exactly.
We're just trying to help you.
Yeah, it's a team effort, Because, I mean, when one of us doesn't, you know, pick up enough slack or whatever, like, all of us kind of, like, get the brunt end of it. Yeah, exactly. We're all working together, like, as a team. So I think it's important to, ask questions, step in, like, if you're not sure.
It's super important if we as teachers are standing by the teacher area on our phone or something, it's like showing them that they don't need to be with kids and stuff. So I think like being a peer model and showing what we expect of them can also help them.
The interaction with the kids. I feel like a lot of times when interviews come in, it's more focused on like, hey, the cleaning or the bigger things are the center. And it's like, you know, we kind of lose track on we're here for the kids. This is what we're doing with the kids. We're helping the kids. We're working with them. So I think you know, kind of taking a step back even from that stuff and realize, hey, you know, I can play with the kids. I'm going to sit down and play a board game with them for a little while, you know, like you don't have to clean until 2 hours, 3 o'clock. So it's like, oh, okay, I have time to sit down and really making those like connections with the kids too. I feel like that's really important in helping them grow. It's all about the kids, literally.
How do you guys feel when they step in and like won't take any immediate step in any kind of kid redirection? Does it concern you, or do you feel like they feel like they're not in their environment?
To myself, I feel like I had to be told, like, do you want to read a book with the kids? Like, at first, until like I got into my out of my bubble, I guess, and then I was like able to move around. So I feel like it's just a combination of both.
I guess it depends on every interview, but like if it's like a 4-hour working interview, like at first, yeah, like maybe they're gonna be like a little bit reserved.
But then
like,
you kind of really need them to step in. You're
yeah,
like, all right, it's been a couple hours. Let's go.
Or it's like if we're getting ready to go outside, I'm like, hey, can you go make sure that the kids are standing in line like the correct way, catching a bubble, you know, straight like a soldier, like. And if they go over there and they don't say anything or they don't do anything, it's like, okay, come on, that's like.
I think
you
it's almost like a test.
know.
Yeah, you give them that little thing.
Like a little task.
Hey,
and
I'm
they
giving you
kind of
these
feel more
couple,
comfortable.
things. Can you do this? And then that shows,
Yeah, and towards the end of it too, I feel like they should kind of start to like understand the kids' behavior. So if there is a child who's struggling, like towards the end of the interview or middle of the interview, like they should be able to like go up and like confront that kid and be like, hey, like how can I help you? Like what's going on? Tell me about it. I thought I'd ask them, do you have experience? Like, have you worked with kids before?
No,
like,
I do. No, seriously.
Yeah,
That's what I was
and
doing.
if they say no, then it's like, okay,
Then you give them a little more,
obviously.
yeah.
But then you have to think like, okay, is this person teachable? Like, could they become a confident, strong teacher?
Yeah.
And could you help them are they moldable? So yeah.
I agree. I think it's definitely kind of getting a feel on them first. Kind of seeing how they do and stuff, and seriously asking, hey, I always ask my interviews,
Yeah.
have you been in childcare before? How long have you done this? Do you, kind of know, like, and I think that gives a good, like you said, teachable. You can kind of tell who's teachable and who's not.
Yeah.
Like, once you start going through those motions, like David said, like, oh, hey, it's circle time. I'm going to have you sit and read a book, and I'm going to do this. So even those little things,
Yeah.
you kind of get and see, like, who can hack it and who can't.
And I think having someone read a book can really tell like how they are as a teacher.
It's the little
like
things.
if they're animated, if
Yeah.
they use different voices, if they really get into character,
Pictures.
if they show the pictures,
Yeah.
like it's like okay, I like that.
I would rather be honest about what is going on, that this may not be, and it's not an insult, it's just this is not the best industry for them. This is not an easy industry for anybody, but you have to definitely have the right personality and have the right methods to work here.
And one of the big reasons that we do a working interview is because it is an industry where someone can come into the office and sit down with me or David or Kirk or a combination and blow it out of the water. But as Kirk will tell you, a lot of times those people come in and interview great because they've done it so many times. So we want to make sure that they're good in the classroom and that they can apply everything that they're telling us in the interview, but also that you guys get a chance to have those interactions with them and make sure that it's going to be a good fit in the classroom.
Don't take pictures of the kids.
Don't be on your phone
Don't
the entire
take-
time you're with
don't
them.
be-
There's
yeah.
what?
Don't take our things and say, or like we had one that she took all of her canvases because she wanted to paint a picture. She wanted to paint pictures for our classroom, which like, okay, great, like artwork on the walls, like that's amazing, but we don't want your artwork. We want the kids' artwork. Like that was just super bizarre, super strange. I don't know. And like show up, like any interview that you do, you should look presentable. Don't look like you just rolled out of bed. Like do your hair, like have appropriate clothing on.
Don't step into the classroom like, oh, I don't clean. Oh, I'm actually not gonna change that diaper. Like be open to
Like, yes, you want to talk to your teacher that's in the classroom with you, but don't just talk to that teacher. Just talk to the kids as well.
Get to know them, but
Yeah.
that the coworkers.
Yeah. You want to
future
get to know each
coworkers,
other, but don't talk about your whole life story.
Yeah.
Have that mentality that there's a parent right behind you when you're talking to the kids.
That's big.
I know we all get frustrated, but I mean, if you don't learn that way, if you don't want to be talked to that way, don't talk to the kids that way.
It's kind of hard to get your patience and stuff sometimes, but I totally agree with that. You keep that in the back of your head. Parents, Kirk's watching, cameras, like seriously, it helps you like calm down. Talk to the kids in a respectful way. Just because they're kids doesn't mean you have to yell at them and grill them. Like they're learning, and that's why we're here is to teach them. So
Be ready to be engaged and like just be ready to learn.